Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Around South Jersey. I've got two very special men with me tonight. I've got Lou Magazzu, who's the director of the CEO Group and has done that for 11 years now, and Rob Penza, who is the president of the board of directors of the CEO Group. And Rob and Lou are great guys and put a lot of good time and effort into it, and thank you guys for being here. And Lou, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, first of all, thanks for the invitation. It's always great to see you, Jim. We go back to the 80s,
Yes,
you and I.
we do.
So we've
we
got
were young kids.
Exactly. We have a long, good, and a good history, too.
Yeah.
Which you can't always say necessarily in Cumberland County for everybody, but you and I have a good history.
We did.
We had a good
Yep.
from the beginning,
Yes.
and even until
Yep.
today.
Yeah,
So, and Robert and I go back since first grade. So,
No kidding.
yeah.
Oh, that's
So,
neat.
St. Francis. So, first, really, we do appreciate the opportunity. So,
Yeah, thank you.
the CEO Group stands for Communication, Education, and Opportunity, and next year will be our 30th year.
Wow.
It was founded by our good friend, Fran Reilly.
Can I tell you a story about Fran?
Go ahead.
This is no lie. Fran was on the TV show with me, right?
Yep.
Well, Fran ran the campaign against me.
Okay.
And I said, Fran, you did such a great job, my own wife didn't vote for me.
Well, Fran was a very, very good friend. We actually ran campaigns against each other and didn't know each other.
Yeah.
I had run two, he had run two, and I'll tell this story.
You won, didn't you?
We won two, and I won two, and I lost two. So we were.
Oh, okay.
So Joe Romano, God rest his soul,
Yeah.
called Fran and called me when Joe was running for mayor for re-election, and he said, first to Fran, I want you to be my guy, my PR guy. And then he called me and he said, I really respect you. I'd like you to be part of the campaign. I'm running as an independent. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. And Vineland, mostly politics
right,
and
yeah.
nonpartisan.
Mm-hmm.
So for mayor. So I said, sure, I'm happy to do it. But he didn't tell each of us that the other one was going to be involved. So when he said my name to Fran said, I never want to work with that Magazzu. And when he said Reilly's name to me, and we never met each other. We just worked against each
Just
other.
a reputation.
Just reputation. So Romano said, I'm going to have you come to my house, and Angie wants you to come, his saint wife, a beautiful, wonderful wife. So she called, she makes pizza.
Uh-huh.
And she makes, you remember our grandmothers would always make the sugared dough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
She made the sugared dough.
Yep.
And Fran and I got together, and then we became dear friends until he passed. And then when he passed, Debbie Wallace, who was president of the organization at the time, indicated that the board would like me to become the executive director. And that's been 11 years now,
wow.
and which is kind of remarkable. The CEO Group was started 30 years ago. In 2026, it'll be 30 years. Literally at Fran's house. Mm-hmm. If you remember, he lived in
near City Hall.
Yeah, that's right. Which was who was the woman who was the prominent Democrat whose name escapes me? I used to. She had this house for years and years, and I'll think of it hopefully before the end of the show. And he had this house. And he hosted, and that's before me, of course, and before Robert, he hosted about 6 or 7 prominent business people, including Bernie Brown.
Oh.
And he said, I want to start this group called the CEO Group. I want it to be, at that point, it was mostly, almost exclusively industrialists, because 30 years ago, there were more industries than there are today.
Yeah.
And frankly, there was more what I would call generational businesses. Robert happens to be in a generational business, but there's not many of them anymore.
Yeah.
So he started this group, and he had, as he liked to say, he had fine brandy and cigars, and they talked about it. No women at the time, but ultimately, soon thereafter, they had women. And we've now grown it. When I became executive director, we had about 35 members. Under Robert's leadership as president, we've picked up like another 10 members, so we're knocking on the door at 60.
Wow, that's fantastic.
And it's really a good group, and Robert will talk about the charities that we do, but there's a couple of purposes of the organization. One is to get business people together, men and women, to talk, and business leaders, typically they're CEOs, hence the name CEO Group, or they are the number 2 person in the business. And we talk on a monthly basis on the issues facing the county or the state or the country. And we always have interesting speakers. And we're very fortunate we have speakers who are prominent members of the community It's nonpartisan. We have Democrats and Republicans. In fact, just last night we had the Democratic candidates, and next month we'll have the Republican candidates just to hear what they have to say and talk about the issues that are important to us. And we also, and I'll let Robert go into specifics about the charities, but we give out in excess of $50,000 a year
that's fantastic.
to local charities. So it's probably, and let me just introduce Robert by saying that he's been a friend literally since first grade.
Wow.
And he...
What Catholic school did you go to?
St. Francis.
St. Francis.
Yeah.
And he is... are you CEO or president? What's your title at Carluzzo?
President
of Carluzzo. And he's a generational. His grandfather actually started the business, and his dad, who was a great guy, continued.
I can see why he's so good.
And Robert and his brother Michael, Robert and Michael do a great job there. And every 2 years we elect a new president. And Robert's been president since this past January. And he was treasurer before that, and did a great job with the books. And now he's president. And so it's great to do this with a dear friend.
Yeah,
and we're having fun, and we've got a great group.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, just out of curiosity, when you went to St. Francis, did you know Sister Judith?
Yes.
Yeah.
Loved her.
She went to school with me.
Is that right?
Honest to God,
did she really?
Her name was Margie Tarazi, and she talked about the guy that's running for free or county commissioner now from Vineland, the tire guy.
Albrecht.
Yeah, Albrecht.
Yeah.
She always talked about him being a cute little kid. She told me about him. It was funny. So I figured you guys might have known her.
Yes.
That's
great.
Yeah.
And Albrecht, Doug's brother, Bobby, went to school with us.
Yeah, he was in our class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and just to add too, my father was part of the originators with Fran, and was a board member.
Oh, okay.
I came on with the CA group after my dad died in 2007. They offered me to, be part of the group because the company was, and I did. I was a member for a while. Then they brought me on the board, and I'm actually the second generation.
Oh, that's neat.
Of members in the CA group. So it's really
Why don't you tell everybody what great business you have? I mean, you're all over the place. It's fantastic.
Well, of course, Corluzzo, Teresi, Transport, me and my brother, and the two, Mike Teresi Sr. and Mike Jr. And we've expanded now. We're getting ready to expand even more. We do a lot of the Wawas. We do Royal Farms.
Do you do the whole East Coast or down towards Florida?
We're all the way down the East Coast, but now we're getting ready to move into Ohio, Alabama.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Charlotte, Kansas.
Jeez.
So it's expanding.
Worldwide.
Yeah, now with
United States
with a new company called CT Bulk, which is still a division going to be of Corluzzo Teresi.
Oh, that's super.
It's actually its own company, actually, but we're moving it while as they're expanding now. They're they're expanding. So my grandfather started the business right before World War II, and with like 5 trucks, and of course delivered back to our area for many years. Hence why we're in Vineland. The old Whitaker, Wheaton, City of Vineland. They were all customers of ours back with my grandfather back in those days. And I have that business, and then I have another business you don't know about called RAP Performance Apparel, which is actually a business I started to sell apparel back to my own company. And this is actually our shirts we just made for our 30th anniversary.
That's neat.
And we do that. My girlfriend Susan, she takes care of the sales, and I do the books now. And that business grew over the past 14 years. It was never supposed to be a business. It was just supposed to be just to help me save money for my own employees.
Yeah, that's true.
And word of mouth grew it, and now we do a lot. We do a lot of the work in our area, and that business is growing. So it's something fun.
I know you're going to talk about the tournament and the people that donated all. Before we do that, we'll be back with Rob Penza and Lou Magazzu. The Francis J. Reilly Memorial Golf Tournament is what we're going to be talking about as we continue right after these messages.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great health care for everyone.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. With more than 41 years of service to our valued customers, Advanced Treads in Norman, New Jersey is South Jersey's full-service distributor of General Tires. We feature a complete line of passenger vehicle tires, light truck, farm, and commercial tires. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tires, anywhere is possible. Advanced Treads, 1325 West Landis Avenue in Norman, New Jersey. Call them today at 856-696-5004. When you need tires, there is only one name you can trust: Advanced Treads of Norman, New Jersey.
Looking for a hidden gem on the other Jersey Shore? Discover the Hotel Charlesworth in Fortescue, New Jersey, where charm meets elegance. Enjoy fine dining, breathtaking views of the bay, and the warm welcome of your host, Sybil. And ladies, every guest gets to pick a free piece of jewelry, most often a beautiful ring. Because perfection deserves privacy. Reservations only. Call 856-447-4928. The Hotel Charlesworth, Fortescue's best-kept secret, on the other Jersey Shore, in Fortescue, New Jersey.
The most important decisions a family can make are usually made around the kitchen table. At DeMarco Louis N Funeral Home, we believe pre-planning and the difficult decisions you face with the loss of a loved one should also be made around the comfort of a table, like a family. Our friendly, kind, and compassionate staff is committed to helping you get through this most difficult time. In your time of need, trust DeMarco Louis N Funeral Home, Vineland.
Welcome back to Around South Jersey. It's the CEO group. Tonight we're going to be talking about the Francis J. Reilly Memorial Golf Tournament. Lou Magazzu is the executive director, and the president of the group is Rob Penza. I want to turn it over to you guys now.
Well, I'll talk a little bit about the charity, the tournament, and the charities that we've helped up to now. So anybody who knew Francis knew that he loved to golf. And I don't know if he was any good, because I don't golf, so I never had that experience with him. But he loved to golf. So he, and frankly, many of the members loved to golf. So 18 years ago, they had a tournament. Of course, it wasn't named after Fran at the time. And it really was an opportunity for some camaraderie between the members. It wasn't really at that point about raising a lot of money, but then progressively it started raising some money. And then it's really got some legs over the last 10 or 11 years, where we raise about $30,000 or $40,000, and we net about 20, and we give it to various charities. We give out about 50. In the last 2 years, we've given in excess of $50,000 out. Kind of charities, or not necessarily only charities, but for example, at the college, we have scholarships for 2 Cumberland County students at the college. We also give Cumberland County Technical School. They have these great trade shows where the students go and show their experience and their abilities, and we help out with that. We've done the Violent Soup Kitchen. We've done. We've assisted with veterans groups, something called the Patriots Fund that we've been helpful to. South Jersey Hall of Fame. So the Cumberland County Technical School, the VOTEC, Patriot Fund, Blitz Football. So you see, we try to help local groups, and it's been something that's been very important to us. And we've got our tournament coming up October 1st. Running Deer, Ron Jaworski, we're blessed to have him as a member, and he gives us a great rate there. So we're going to be at Running Deer. There's the opportunity, and I think we have the information online. So you'll see it's a 9 o'clock. We have registration and breakfast at 7:30, and then a shotgun start at 9, and then awards, banquet, and lunch at 1:30. If you want, you can get back to the office. And if you look at ceogroup.org or the CEO Group, we'll have the information is on our website. We are very excited about this year, and because we have 2 charities, and you'll see the sponsorship opportunities And I'm happy to say we have an event sponsor, Inspira has agreed to be the event sponsor. We're happy about that. And I'm going to turn it over to, let me just show that there's the ability to be a platinum sponsor, gold sponsor, silver, breakfast, lunch, flags, and it's really a great situation because the money stays in the community and we help folks and groups in the community. Robert, why don't you talk about the two charities that we're going to be assisting this year?
Yeah. Okay. So we have two charities this year. This is the first year, actually, that we're advertising the charities. Normally, in the past years leading up to now, I mean, they would have the golf tournament, and then whatever money, then they would, we would talk about who we were going to give the money to, and then we would do it that way. This year we got to jump on it, and we decided to try to help raise more money than we normally, like Lou said, we normally net out about $20,000. This year we're hoping to boost that to try to help our charities even more. And this year our two charities are Team Sandy, which you got on there right now, and I'll talk about that one first. So Team Sandy is they're a proud sponsor and making strides against breast cancer, and they've been there for 14 years. Over the last 14 years, they've tried to raise awareness and money to help those who are battling breast cancer and to honor the survivors of those who have lost their battle. In June of 2012, Sandy G., wife of James G., owner of RK Chevrolet, she was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. Unfortunately, in March of 2013, Sandy lost her battle with breast cancer. Sandy's biggest wish is that she wanted to continue her fight. The Team Sandy movement, in part, is part of a movement that helps fund for life-saving research and provides essential services for those who are affected by this disease. The friends, family, and employees of RK Chevrolet, Team Sandy, who have volunteered their time and money and have worked so many hours over the years to help bring us closer to finding a cure for breast cancer. The money raised and all the fundraising events across the country for making strides against breast cancer has helped in strides to treat treatment, support service to patients, and most of all, research to help find a permanent cure for breast cancer. This year, their goal is to raise $164,000.
Wow.
If this goal is achieved, they would have raised $1 million for breast cancer research over the 14 years. That makes RK Chevrolet Team Sandy the #1 Chevrolet dealership in the country, and they're team number 3 in the nation for raising money for making strides against breast cancer.
Fantastic.
And we're proud to have them as our charity this year. It's a really, really great cause.
Jim
for this.
G is such a great guy.
Yeah, he's a super guy.
He really is.
So that's the first one. Our second one is the Deborah F. Sager Memorial Fund. That was established in 1979 by her mom, Penny Sager Rossi.
Oh, I remember Penny.
You know Penny, right? After the tragic death of her daughter, Deborah. The purpose of the fund is to help provide financial support needed to enhance the level of medical care available to our children in our rural area. In 2012, the Deborah F. Sager Memorial Fund donated over $250,000 to support the opening of the Deborah F. Sager Neonatal Intensive Care Unit at its Spiritual Medical Center right here in Vineland.
Oh, that's fantastic.
This was a huge step towards enhancing the level of health care available for the children born in our region. The state-of-the-art NEC unit, in partnership with numerous children's health care, makes it possible for premature and critically ill infants to have the care they need ASAP right here in our own county. Since 2012, the Deborah F. Sager Memorial Fund has donated over $1 million to continue to help provide the necessary equipment needed to give premature infants a chance not only to survive, but most importantly to thrive. Every dollar that is donated to the fund remains with this perpetuity. These earnings are used to make miracles happen each and every day. And I can also add towards that. I was honored. Penny brought me in to see the NIC unit, and if you actually have the chance to do it, you really got to do it, because when you come out of there, you really come out of there with a wholly different aspect of life. To see infants that literally fit in the palm of your hand. And not only that, you see, the infants that their mothers might have been, drug addicts, and they're fighting that drug addiction, and to see them shake, and it's actually a very emotional. And it's hard to believe that we have something like that. Many people in our area have been fortunate enough to have their kids born prematurely and gotten this service. So this is a really, and being able to see that, it means even more to want to donate to this. You know what I mean?
As we're talking about all this stuff, and I know you guys feel the same way. Amy Mansu is amazing.
Oh, she's spectacular. Another member of our group, by the way.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised.
We're very lucky to have her.
She's the executive director for Complete Care here in Mullica Hill, and they have Elmer, and now they have one in Salem County too. So there's 4 hospitals. And I'll tell you what, folks, I have been there several times. In fact, Lou and I were just talking about, I got a gallbladder operation about a year there. The staff is fantastic. I told Amy, I said, I don't know who does your hiring, but that person picks out the best people. Every single person that I've dealt with has been just great. Really.
She does a terrific job, Amy, and we're blessed to have her here. She literally could have gone anywhere. She's well known, not only within the state or region, but nationally. She and I go back to the Florio years. Florio. Okay. She was in the Florio, and then in McGreevy administration. But she's a blessing. She's a superstar. And Spirit continues to grow and succeed under her leadership, and we're lucky to have her in that position, and we're lucky to have her within the group. You know, to Robert's point about both of these charities, this is just another example of our community and how there's a sense, even in this day and age, of giving back and being part of it and turning, a tragedy into a purpose. Turn your pain into purpose, I like to say. And both Jim G. and Penny have done that, and it's remarkable. And we've all had our lives. You can't help at a certain age, but to have had some sadness and some tragedy. And they're special people because instead of looking inward, they looked outward, and they want to give back and they want to help. And CEO Group is delighted to be able to participate. I haven't told you because we literally just saw each other here, but we're already doing really well on the golfers and sponsorship, but we still have room. And if anybody is interested, certainly we can get you the information. I guess we could probably post it on the Facebook page as to how to reach us. And there would be, we certainly have room. I think it's $1,000 for a sponsorship for 4, and the $250 a golfer. If you don't have a foursome, we'll find a spot for you. And then there's the other.
And if nothing more, just being a sponsor. If you don't want to golf, just be a sponsor.
Yeah.
And it's going to help go to this cause. And like I said, it's the first time we're actually, announcing who the charities are, so people can donate and know that the proceeds are going to go towards these 2 wonderful charities. And the members of the CE group all have huge hearts. It's an amazing group. Since I've been in it. It's an amazing group of people. I'm honored to be the president, of the group for the next, year and a half now. But everyone in that group has a heart of gold and cares about our community. Cares about, we have different company we have different groups, a charity committee and a program committee. They do a great job organizing the events. And the charity committee, they've done a great job of looking at the different charities that we have to sort out, who we can help and give something out to. And like Lou says, we try to give out about $50,000 a year.
Wow, and to Robert's point about the camaraderie among the group, some of my friends when I went to law school, or even my friends nationally, they say, well, why'd you come back to Vineland? Why'd you come back to Cumberland County?
Because we needed you.
Well, no, there's something really special about the people in this county.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to say that one of the things that you can tell with the CEO group, it still has that flavor, that sentimentality, the sense of what we all grew up with, which unfortunately our kids don't get to sponsor, with all these electronic gadgets and everything else. It's not like you ride your bike down to High Street or Landis Avenue, they just don't do that anymore. But we still have a sense of that flavor and that commitment to the community. And what's remarkable is, and I think about it when I'm with these people at every meeting, and we had almost 60 people last night at our meeting, is that they could literally, many of them could retire, many of them could just be staying home and enjoying their families, but they come out and they help. And they help the community, and they're always open to assist. And believe me, they get a lot of phone calls and a lot of, help here, help there. That's in addition to making sure their businesses thrive. Mm-hmm. And I haven't done the math lately, but I am sure that we employ, as a group, the members, tens of thousands of residents in Cumberland County.
Oh my God, the hospital alone is thousands.
And we've got banks, and we have a lot of really good folks. And let me just put a little plug for the organization. Although we're very pleased with our members, and I want to be careful. I don't want to make it sound like we're selective, like we think we're better than anybody else, because we're not. But we look for people who are like-minded, who want to give back to the community and understand that that's part of our purpose, and also want to engage in a dialogue among each other on how to improve the business environment in the community. And that's another very, very important purpose. Certainly understand the purpose of education. I mean, communication, education, opportunity. We talk about that over and over again. We communicate both internally and externally about what's important for the community. We are very big on education, as is evidenced by our commitment to the college and the technical school and other things. And opportunity, one of the things we want to do is continue to create employment opportunities for the residents of Cumberland County, for the young people. I'm very blessed that two of my children are still in Cumberland County, and one is not very far away in Camden County. So I'm delighted that I have 3 of my 5 children within an hour of me. But there is something of an exodus that's going on in this county, and we have to make sure that we create good-paying jobs, quality opportunities for young people. And I think the CEO group plays an important role doing that because of our members.
No question. We're talking with Lou Magazzu, who is the chairman of the CEO group, and the president is here with us, Rob Penza. We'll be back to talk more about the Francis J. Reilly Memorial Golf Tournament on October 1st at Running Deer Golf Course, and we'll do all that right after these messages.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community. Local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Imagine living without pain. For over 35 years, Doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born right here in America. With more than 41 years of service to our valued customers, Advanced Treads in Norman, New Jersey is South Jersey's full-service distributor of General Tires. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tires, anywhere is possible. Advanced Treads, 1325 West Landis Avenue in Norman, New Jersey. Call them today at 856-696-5004.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
Welcome back to Around South Jersey. Our special program tonight is the Francis J. Reilly Memorial Golf Tournament, the benefit that the CEO group is running to help charities throughout all of South Jersey and especially Cumberland County. And there's that handsome Francis Reilly, who had one of the best sense of humors Lou you'd ever find.
He sure
really
did.
Didn't he?
It's funny because he and I literally was one of my closest friends. And we didn't agree on anything national, nothing at all, but we agreed on a lot locally. So you can find out more about the golf tournament. Go to our website, theceogroup.org, and we'll get it put on the Facebook page. But theceogroup.org, and you'll find out more about the opportunity. I don't want to jinx us, but I have to tell you, in the 18 years of the tournament, I think we only had rain once, maybe twice.
So God's blessing you.
Yeah, so we know that Francis protects us now from the weather. We purposely, we used to be an afternoon event going into dinner, and it just was too late. And so we purposely have, most folks are up, in the morning. So we have a breakfast. It's at 7:30, which is registration. We have a prompt shotgun start at 9 o'clock. And by about 1:30, we have the awards luncheon and program. And then folks typically leave and they're able to go to the office or go home. What we also do is we invite the beneficiaries to come and talk a little bit.
That's nice.
As we give them the presentation, so people learn more about the respective charities. We also have developed such a close relationship with the technical school that they have students that come and work the tournament.
And Rowan now too.
And Rowan,
Maria's going to get us a couple students from Rowan.
And we have them. What they do is they'll go around in the carts and just see if people need juice or water, or whatever, or they'll sit, at the various holes, because we've got a couple of tournaments. We can win a car, you can win jewelry, you can win a number of other items, and hole-in-one. So the rules are the insurance companies that underwrite those gifts say you have to have somebody there who can certify if somebody hits and we're so lucky. And I have to tell you, it really excites us and inspires us to see the young people there, because it reminds us why we're there, and what our purpose was. And it's their level of appreciation is immeasurable. I mean, they just thank you over and over again, and that it's going to make a difference, and it makes you. It really warms your heart, and it really gives you at least for me, and I'm sure Robert too. It makes you enthusiastic about continuing what you're doing, and to redouble your efforts to do even better and do more. And it's God willing, we'll have good weather, and to have Ron Jaworski. And by the way, Ron has his team is going to be John Ruga, Mike Quick, and I forget who the fourth person was.
Seth
Joyner. Yep, Seth Joyner. So, and here's what Ron did last night. And I'm gonna.
Yeah. Good.
He said.
Put him on notice.
Yeah, Ron said he will give $1,000 to the organization for every team that does better than their group. So imagine if we have, 5, and he said it last night, he said 5 teams, he doesn't think they will, 5 teams do better, he'll give $5,000. So I'm now going to see if I can put like one ringer on every team.
Well, I got a ringer for you.
We'll sign him up.
This is God's honest truth. He plays over there all the time. Bud McAvoy. He's 92 years old, and he shoots way lower than his age. He was one of the greatest sports athletes in the city of Millville, and Craig Atkinson plays when they play every day at Running Deer, and he has no back problems. He has no problems at all. 92 and shoots like in the 70s or 80s.
Wow, that's crazy.
His age, yeah.
Good for him. Yeah. Well, that's remarkable.
This is our first year we have a full female team.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, Maria LeBlanc from Rowan, from the college, or the foundation, I should say.
Yeah.
And a few other people. She has a few other female people that are going to be with her too.
One of the things that we really worked on is, and unfortunately, just because of the dynamic of the community, there's just not as many female CEOs as you would like. But we're bringing more and more in, and it's really important. It gives us another very important perspective, because one of the things that we enjoy at our meetings is we have lively conversation, and by the way, we go to restaurants, local restaurants.
Oh, is that where your meetings are?
We'll do Savoy, we'll do Greenview, we'll Running Deer. We'll move around one place or another, and we really try to get very interesting speakers. Like I said, last night we had the Democratic candidates. Next month we'll have the Republican candidates. We've had Congressman Van Drew, we've had Senator Testa, but we don't only have politicians. We'll have people from education. We've had the CEO of Comcast, CEO. He's a general of Flyers, what they call. We also had the CEO of Wawa, who's, as you know, originally a Cumberland County guy.
Right.
And we had the CEO of DuPont.
Wow.
And so and we have something that's called a summer series, and we have a committee, as Robert said, a speakers committee, and it's remarkable. You learn so much from those folks, and also they're glad to give some of their wisdom and some of their experience. We've developed a real close relationship with a group called the Patriot Fund, and they do remarkable things for veterans.
I think I've gone to the fundraiser that John Ruger.
John Ruger had,
Yes,
that's
I do
exactly
remember
right.
that.
In fact, we had the president at our dinner last night for the Patriot
Oh, that's
Group.
neat.
Yeah, it's an amazing charity.
And that it's so you want to have the balance. And one of the other things that I want to say, if people go on our website, theceogroup.org, you'll also see the members we have, and certainly you're welcome to reach out to them to see if there's any employment opportunities there, because we're all about hiring Cumberland County residents to give them good paying jobs and to give them opportunities. So that's maybe another little plug where certainly if you have if you're looking for a job, it's a tight market, although I think there's still opportunities for people who want to work. Certainly you could do that also. And if there's any leaders of businesses who are looking at following us tonight, certainly reach out to theceogroup.org, and we'd be happy to consider if you want to become a member of the organization. We are a little bit sensitive to the fact that we don't want to get too big, because there's a certain camaraderie and intimacy that you have with a smaller size, but there's still a couple of slots available. And as I say, the quality of members that we have, they're just outstanding individuals, outstanding men and women who are committed to the community. And like I said, we had nearly 60 out last night on a Monday night, which is a good turnout.
Well, I know before we went on the program, you had mentioned one of my very favorite families, the Latour family.
Oh, great people.
Vic and Laurie. And I was telling Rob and Lou about their son, Michael. Michael Latour is the most popular teacher at Millville High School. He's the golf coach, the basketball coach. He drives the golfers in the vehicle himself instead of making them hire a shepherd to do it. And he does PA for Millville High School football. But not surprising what a great guy he is, because his grandpa's great, his dad's great, his mom's great. You guys have that same thing with your families too. I mean, what wonderful families you've had, and certainly
Thank
Michael
you.
does.
Vic is. We're hoping he actually was our dinner last night as a guest.
Hoping he becomes a member.
Perhaps he's a busy guy. I think he's got commitments with the chambers and as well as his own business. And he and I were talking about how remarkable it is that he's been able to thrive in the era of the big box.
Yeah.
And the difference is the customer service.
That's why I go there.
Me too. Yep. Because you're going to get a customer service there that you're just not going to get at a big box.
Exactly.
And they're still priced very competitively. So, but no, that's a really good example. Ken Freitag is also a member of
what
our
a
group.
great guy.
And I made the joke last night that when I was Democratic chairman, I was always afraid those two guys were going to run for the Republicans, because they would have been unbeatable.
Yes, they would.
Just quality people, just quality. And I'm so happy to have them in the organization now.
Ken's dad, Harry, was unbeatable.
Harry was a great guy.
That was the first person I ran against. And Chuck Fisher finally told me, "You can't win, Quinn. You're running against Harry Freitag."
But
and he was right.
It's funny. Harry and my father wrote essays when they were seniors in high school, and some group, the JCs or someone, asked them to read their essays, and that's how they first met each other.
Oh wow!
From Violin and Bridgeton. Harry was certainly a character, and Kenny's just a spectacular, solid member of the community. And that's we're very fortunate to have. And one of the things that it's a shame we didn't bring the video. We could have shown that. That would have been interesting.
20 years.
Yeah, one of the things that is said on our video is that we keep the politics at the door. Yeah. There's no there's no Democrat or Republican, a conservative or progressive or liberal, whatever it is. We're all residents of Cumberland County or residents of South Jersey. We're all Americans. We're happy to be here, and it's all about trying to promote the community and improve the community.
Yeah, what you guys do. We're talking with Lou Magazzu, and we're here at the Francis J. Reilly Memorial Golf Tournament. Rob Penza, who is president of the CEO Group and Lou's executive director. And we'll be back wrapping up the program right after these messages.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community. local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Looking for a hidden gem on the other Jersey Shore? Discover the Hotel Charlesworth in Fortescue, New Jersey, where charm meets elegance. Enjoy fine dining, breathtaking views of the bay, and the warm welcome of your host, Sybil. And ladies, every guest gets to pick a free piece of jewelry, most often a beautiful ring. Because perfection deserves privacy. Reservations only. Call 856-447-4928. The Hotel Charlesworth, Fortescue's best kept secret, on the other Jersey Shore in Fortescue, New Jersey.
The most important decisions a family can make are usually made around the kitchen table. At DeMarco Louis N Funeral Home, we believe pre-planning and the difficult decisions you face with the loss of a loved one should also be made around the comfort of a table, like a family. Our friendly, kind, and compassionate staff is committed to helping you get through this most difficult time. In your time of need, trust DeMarco Louis N Funeral Home, Vineland.
Welcome back to Around South Jersey. Tonight we're saluting the CEO Group and their wonderful fundraising event, which is Francis J. Reilly Memorial Golf Tournament. And there you see the information on it. Lou Magazzu, who's Executive Director, and the President is Rob Penza. And it looks like a great time will be had by all. How many people usually play in the tournament?
You know, we try to keep it to about a little under 100.
Wow.
One year we had about 140, and it just took forever. We had to double up. So we keep it somewhere between about 80 and 100. So if the past is prologue, we'll do 80, 84, 88, something like that. What we've learned, that you get north of 100, it becomes really a problem to get people through, and it becomes, you don't want to be doubling up if you can avoid it. And again, we're not, I don't want to make it sound like all we do is focus on raising money. That's almost, it's an important thing, the charity aspect of it, but it's really also part of the camaraderie and the association. And I can't tell you how often, like at least once a week, one member will call another member to pick their brain. I hear about it all the time. And we have kind of a no solicitation rule. There's a situation where you can't just say, oh, because you're a member of the CEO Group, we want you to do business with each other. We don't do that. But it happens sometimes generically or organically or naturally. But and there's just, what's really interesting, I'm sure you agree with me, you go into these meetings and there's such mutual respect. And Robert said, everybody has a big heart, and nobody has an agenda. It's just let's
that's nice,
just do the right thing.
No egos.
Just
and all successful people.
Things.
I think the reason is because of the success. They're so secure with each other, and that there's just no egos. There's no, like, I have to show that I'm better than you or I'm more successive than you. There's none of that. In fact, it's really, let's be supportive of each other. Let's make everybody successful. And let's everybody, give a contribution to the community, create jobs in the community. And as I said, if you want to learn more about us, and Jim, thank you for this opportunity, theceogroup.org is our website. And certainly, we would love if you could join us on October 1st, Running Deer, Francis J. Reilly 18th annual golf tournament, and we will be at Running Deer, and we are supporting Team Sandy and the Deborah F. Sager Memorial Fund at Inspira, and certainly would appreciate anybody who wants to participate. And as Robert said, if you want to just be a sponsor, certainly would be delighted to have you do that also.
It's a wonderful program, folks. And boy, it was nice. I learned a lot today, too, about Team Sandy. Jim G's wife who passed away from breast cancer. And, so many, and that's giving back, continuing to give forward in her name. So her spirit will always live. Everybody,
Well, the one thing that kind of really got me, in her quote to say, hey, don't stop doing this. her mission was still, even though she was gone, to keep going, and that makes you even want to give more. When you know that it's very sad to lose a loved one, and to know, and when they know, I can't even imagine what it would be like to know that when you're dying like that, to still want to be able to continue the legacy, and it is, and they're doing it, and hopefully they're going to do that. Hopefully the between Penny's foundation with Deborah Sager and with Team Sandy, hopefully the CEO group we're happy to have them both as our charities to give back to this year.
We had honored Penny as one of our. We have a gala where we give awards out for lifetime achievement, and Penny was talking to me about how many children who live today that would have not lived 25 or 30 years ago because of the system, because of this unit. It's just remarkable. They're literally saving lives.
Yep.
And she was inspired by the tragedy of her daughter's passing, and God only knows how many hundreds or thousands of people, young people, who were birthed and lived that would not have for that system. So that's remarkable.
Yeah, and to have it close by here in Spirit, not having to go to Philadelphia or Delaware.
Yep.
That means a lot.
And we're thankful again to Inspira they really just came on board just this past week and announced that they are the sponsor of our tournament.
Yeah, we didn't know that. By the way, it's an important point. We picked the charity before we knew that was going to happen.
That's exactly right.
And so we didn't know, but we're certainly honored, and it just shows Amy's commitment. And she's really been a great member of this organization. She was there last night, and she can't make all of them because it conflicts with very important Inspira internal meetings the same night, but she was able to make it last night, and she's just, like I said earlier, we're very lucky to have her leading the Inspira group.
Well, and she was just honored as a Women's Hall of Fame.
Well deserved.
Yeah, absolutely, really was. And like I say, we are blessed to have Inspira. I go there often. I go to the Southern Oncology, and I have a Dr. Roy and George, my producer, does too. She is phenomenal. What a nice lady. Everybody there really works. And it's nice because it's so convenient. Like I had prostate cancer years ago, and I had to have 42 radiation treatments. Well, luckily I was able to go locally, because you think 42 times to Philadelphia, and that was every day for 8 weeks, and then 2 days in the next week. It would have been really tough to be able to do, but they took care of me there as well. So, and I got to say hello. This is an interesting story. I love my surgeon. I was telling Lou, Dr. Ahmad Atiyah. Dr. Atiyah is the reason I'm alive today, because I would be probably 350 pounds. 20 years ago, I went to him. He did the sleeve surgery for me, and I'm now 175. And you don't see people my age at 350 alive, really. And he was telling me just recently, this is interesting, and it's good news for people with a weight problem. He did 300 of these sleeve surgeries every single year. 300. Now he's down to 100 because he's recommending Mounjaro and Ozempic to his patients. So I thought he's giving up money, but he's helping the patients, which is a really good thing. So I just love the guy. Super person. But again, part of the Inspira people, there's so many great doctors and nurses and practitioners that are there. This is a cute story. When I was having radiation, basically, it was the young lady who was my nurse practitioner. Her name was Misty, and her last name was Blizzard. Guess what her middle name was? Snow. Wasn't that cute? Misty Snow Blizzard. And she was a sweetheart.
There was a Blizzard who was a mayor, wasn't
in Down Township. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's where she's from. So.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, could very well be.
Boy, there's some beautiful areas in this county that people don't fully appreciate unless you really. One of the things I loved the years I was a freeholder, because I would go. I used to say that I would eat my way through the county because there were so many great events to go to, but there also was so much beautiful, preserved lands and.
And Lou, we're the other Jersey Shore.
Yes,
that's
what's
correct. Wonderful.
Yeah, Delaware Bay, Charlesworth, and
exactly.
Just some really nice places. And I think the people make it still special too. But of all the years, and I don't talk much war stories anymore, but of all the years that I was there, and all the places I went to, obviously I loved the North Italy Club, and I would go there every year. But Greenwich Fire Hall. I don't know if they do it anymore. They had the best breakfast on Easter time.
Oh, wow.
And I'll tell you who told me about it. It was Gloria Noto.
Well,
and Gloria went everywhere. Oh, my
yeah.
God. And she said, of all the places she liked, she said, this is where you have to go. And this food was I've not gone in years, obviously. I don't know if they still have it. But, and, you know, it was home cooked. And, you know, I remember, talk about Fortescue, Cliff Higbee.
Yeah,
Cliff used to have an event that I would go to.
Yeah.
And, you know, there was literally, you know, I remember Ukrainian Hall.
Sure.
You know, just, and literally, you know, there's such good memories because there was just so many great places to visit. And, you know, we're proud of our organization, and we think we do good things. We try to do good things for the community. But there's many good organizations in this county, and everyone still tries, and all for the right reasons.
Yeah. Well, Rob and Lou, thank you for all you do for the organization. Thanks for coming in. And folks, don't forget, the Francis J. Reilly Golf Tournament is October 1st at Running Deer Golf Course. And go check out the website at
theceogroup.org, theceogroup.org, and please reach out to us. Any comments, any suggestions, and certainly if you want to participate, we'd love to have you join us.
Well, thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Rob, for coming in. Thank you, George Cuccia, for producing the program. And we thank you for joining us. We'll see you again real soon, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.